when they leave here and they move on to the next challenge in their life, they say, Coach Sims, he left a positive impression on me. He showed me how to live my life. And for me, that's all worth living is for right there.
Family, culture, attitude, that's what I'm all about, man. I'm here to push you guys.
Yo, Brain Game is here. Make sure you come out and support.
Work! Work! Here, get out.
He's more than a coach. He's really like my mentor, Coach Sims. He's really installed best at the standard, not only in football but in life. If you want to get what you want to get out of life, you got to hold yourself to the highest standards possible. And he's been a real big help in my life, helped me change my life around a lot. And I appreciate him for that.
More so than anything, I'm blessed and grateful to just have the opportunity to coach a group of young men, to lead them and guide them and share some of the things that I have learned and gathered over the years.
Coach Sims coming in, being our linebacker coach was a tremendous change, and it was very helpful for us, being that where he came from, the things that he has done in his career, is 100% impacting us and helping us to where we want to go because he's already been there.
With the ninth choice in the 2006 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Ernie Sims, linebacker.
When I think about Coach Sims, I just think about energy, man. He just brings that energy. When they say energy is contagious, so.
The first thing we have to instill in them is a positive mindset. It's a strong mindset, how to persevere through adversity. And that's really one of the big things that I really prided myself on last year. That was my mission.
So last year was pretty difficult for us as he couldn't really coach as much. One thing he was coaching was our mindset, and that's another thing that he's still coaching now.
Whenever he came over this past year as an analyst, it's great to have him around, but the analysts are not allowed to coach on the field. They're not allowed to coach in the meetings.
But I tell you what, just like anything that I've made it through, it created something larger and bigger and stronger in me, and it prepared me for this moment. They respect where I'm coming from. So when I'm coaching them hard, they know where it's coming from. They know that I'm not just trying to be negative. They know that I truly do care about them as young men before a player. You see guys really bonding together. You see guys are willing to take hard coaching. You see guys willing to lay everything on the line for their brothers. And that right there is the difference. Now I can truly get more specific with X and O's and techniques and really teach them how to be a fundamental linebacker.
I'm not not full go, but I'm 100% cheer my dogs on, 100%, and I'm going to be here for them. And I'm going to coach them through everything I need to coach them through and be the best teammate that I can be.
You have an all-conference player, goes through surgery, and he's not able to be there with his brothers for the spring. And then Bellamy, he started for us. So those two young men, I've been so proud of how they responded to this challenge.
Spring is 100% mental for me, but for these guys, I'm just trying to be there for them as much as I can, push them as hard as I can.
Really proud of them, though. You see them on a daily basis. You see them out there chasing. They're now behind me, chasing the ball. And that right there, it fills my heart with joy because I know that I'm leaving a positive impression on these young men. At the end of the day, that's all I really want. When they leave here and they move on to the next challenge in their life, they say, Coach Sims, he left a positive impression on me. He showed me how to live my life. And for me, that's all worth living is for right there, is leaving a positive impression on these young men's life.
I was talking to Coach Artis on the phone the very first night that I called him. I could tell there was something a little bit different, all right? And I immediately, within 3 minutes of the conversation, all right, I had to share with him one of my favorite quotes, all right? When you do the common things in life in an uncommon way, you command the attention of the world. There's a lot of young strength coaches that all work, but all of a sudden, certain guys just rise to the top, right? And those are the guys that you're looking for, right, as a coach trying to get dynamic people. And the other thing that was important to me is he wanted to be here. All right, it was important to him. So let's give Coach AJ Artis 3-on-3. 1, 2, 3.
Fired up to be here. Talking to Coach Scott, family, culture, attitude. That's what I'm all about, man. I'm here to push you guys.
The welcome's been great. A lot of great people here in Tampa, as far as the football staff and the rest of the sports staff, athletic director, been very welcoming me and my staff here as we kind of transition in the middle of spring ball, which is kind of unique. Mentality, man, you always revert back to your training. The way I come, energy, passion, and intensity. That's what I'm going to bring each and every day, and I'm going to demand excellence from the guys every day. The standard is a standard. we would never come below the standard. The games in the fall will kind of take care of themselves by the work that we're putting in right now.
It's develop you as a man, all right? As a man, in the weight room, outside the weight room. After all this COVID stuff finishes up, you guys will be in my house. I'll take you guys out to eat. My wife will cook for you guys. I'm in a building relationships, all right?
Family atmosphere, right? Family. Just doing it the right way. Doing it together. Departments are not separate. Departments work together as a whole unit, come to one. So I always want to give back, man, give back to these kids, pour into these student athletes any way that I can.
School Nation, let's ride.
I could tell in January when this group showed up, they had a chip on their shoulder. These guys have really shown up every day with a good attitude, and just the intensity of the practices was completely different.
Big folks, man. I told you gonna put two and two together, gonna show you today.
Damn, that's a great play.
That's the goal right now.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh my God! What? Hey, boy, let me check your shoes. That's a high five, bro. That's a high five right there, bro.
I'm really optimistic that the improvements will be able to be seen Saturday in our spring game.
Us not thinking, just go out there and play. I want to see everybody execute. I want to see everybody have fun.
Being able to do it at Ray J, being able to have fans.
Put all the pieces together and show what we've been working on.
It's kind of something we've been waiting for, and we're excited about it. So we're ready to go out there and compete. It's high intensity.
The spring game is here. Make sure you come out and support. Well, I'll be there. Make sure you're there. Everybody who you love that came here, alumni is going to be there, so make sure you come. Yeah.